What is up, folks? This is Ericast, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. So, today, let's go ahead and, well, let's start off by putting our hat on that we bought. Looks like I forgot to do that last episode. No big deal. We have our stylish hat. I actually don't like it very much, but, whatever. I know some people do, but, I mean, I like the fact that, the hat makes items drop more, but I'm not really big into the style. Alright, so we've got a door here, and can't open it, but we can break it down, so. Yeah. I actually had the sound lost from there, I don't know. Oh! Just a lizard. Come on. Aw, man. Well, whenever we rest at a bonfire again, it will come back, because it didn't die to natural surroundings, and there's gotta be somebody in here. It's really dark in here. And actually, just so you guys can see, let's do this. Okay, so we'll light a torch. And to do that, all you have to do is press Y. I would say triangle if you're using a PlayStation controller. But we've got a countdown on the left-hand side for how long our torch will last. So, what we've got in here? I don't see anybody right off the bat. Break that table, get that item. Not a very good item. Is that a guy? I do not trust the developers one bit. Alright, so let's open this chest. Okay, small leather shield, repair powder. Okay, so the powder's nice. Shield, not so much. Let's see. Oh, there you are. See, there had to be somebody up here. Alright. He is dead. We got somebody wanting to be summoned there, but I don't really need anybody in here. Not right now, anyway. Alright, there is our small white soapstone. That one's the timed one. That only allows you to stay in for a short time, like you can see down there through the branches. That one's the small one. We'll do summoning later, but there's no real need to do it now. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back to Majula. I think... Actually, you know what? Let's wait a minute before we do that. Let's go ahead and... We'll stay at the bonfire one more time, but... Let's go ahead and go back this way first, or go this way first. And actually, I don't think I went down the other way in the last episode either. So we need to go down there as well. And you have no idea what I'm talking about unless you played the game, but that's okay. You'll see in a little bit. Alright. And you are most definitely not dead. See how they're all trying to play dead so that you pass them and then they'll, stab you in the back and kill you. So, really watch out for that. That door is locked. Can't get in there quite yet. You can get in there other ways. I don't want to... And I don't have the ring anyway, so... It's talking about the, was the cat's eye ring? So, it reduces fall damage by a lot. So, yes, definitely try beating that one to death. I think you have to beat the first boss before you can go in there. And I really want a better weapon, but this one we'll just have to do for now. Alright, so this area has lots of archers in it, and they added even more since the last version of the game. Oop. Those always take so long to swing downward. You think they're going to do it, and then you step in, and then that's when they do it. Oh. But, yeah. Alright, let's get him to come around the corner. Come on, dude. I can do that, too. Including the missing part. I do want to make sure and get that. I usually forget to do it. So we've got archers over there. We've got them up on the roof. Let's go ahead and bring this guy back. Come on. Swing that. There we go. He's dead. Oh, we've got one behind us too. Oh, that annoying guy. Alright. Switch to our Estus flask. Probably gonna need it. And not step off the roof because that would be tragic. Oh, there's lots of bloodstains up here. Okay. Make that one. Over here and not get hit by the builder. Never mind. And the guy who rolls it always kills himself, so you don't have to worry about him. But there's another guy up there that he didn't used to be there. So you do have to watch out for him. And not that one. That one's Kale. But this archer guy over here. You're really bad aim. Alright, pick up item. Amber herb. Not going to need that for a while because we're not using any spells, but let's go ahead and talk to Kale and see what he has to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map. Why cartography, you ask? Well, that's a good question. When I first came to this forsaken land, it was... a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps.
So you notice there that he's talking about losing his focus. And he's losing his memory. And in the intro video that you saw in the last episode, it mentions that you would stand before the gates of Drangleic and not know why you were there. So as we go through the game, you'll find more and more characters are losing themselves, and you'll really find this out with Lucatiel, who's I would definitely recommend watching the video over on Vati's channel about Lucatiel. It's really a tragic story, but let's keep talking to Kale here.
I came to this land some time ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home, well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait. No, that wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me. Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion. What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here. Incredible, really, isn't it? Such a map to be chiseled in stone. Oh, but one thing. I would not venture deep into the mansion. Now, I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises. Something about it feels wrong. Just be careful, please. I'll be back in Majula soon. Perhaps we will meet again and discuss maps at our leisure.
Alright, so that's all that Kale has to say, and the map that we're going to see is actually pretty cool. And he's the one I wanted to talk to before we go back to Majula, and you'll see why. But the map is kind of neat. It'd be pretty awesome to have a map like that in real life, but it'd be a lot of work, I tell you. Alright, so let's take out this annoying guy. Yep. Alright. There is not. Yeah, didn't think so. Well, it was like, unless that's something new, but no. Actually, now that I think about it, I almost forgot to get that again. Maybe I should have killed that archer first. This guy? Hopefully that archer doesn't shoot us down here. It's definitely possible, but... Okay, let's walk off here. And then grab the item, which I think is a shard, yeah. Just one shard, but every little bit helps. Especially this early in the game. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back up here. Probably get shot in the process, but that's okay. It doesn't really do that much damage, it's just really annoying. And the worst part of it really is if you're fighting somebody else and then an arrow hits you and you get staggered and all that kind of fun stuff. Alright, so they've added quite a bit to this, and it's really kind of cruel, but now we have these big guys. Can't get them to confuse. Last time I came through here, I had the flame weapon, but I haven't gone and gotten it yet. Oh. Okay, we don't want to get behind him though, because he just falls backward and squishes us. I really need to watch my stamina. Oh. Yeah, I rolled the wrong way. I rolled the way he was going to swing, so that was really unfortunate. Oh, that was really close. Thank goodness for invincibility frames. Ah, short sword. Yay! One down. Isn't there another one up here? Okay, there's just the one that's up here. Hello. Yay. Alright. And I don't want to trigger the boss yet. And it's doubtful that we'll be able to. Oh, that one. Okay, so that's the shortcut into the bonfire room, which is extremely useful. And we're going to use it to not only heal, but to go back to Majula and take care of some things. So this is something that actually, I'm not sure if I like it more or less. It's just different than Dark Souls 1. In Dark Souls 1, it wasn't until the end of the game that you could teleport around to different bonfires, but in this one you have the ability right off, which is definitely nice, don't get me wrong, but also it makes things a little easier, but at the same time it cuts out a lot of the, running around time.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. But now somebody's gone and locked the door. I'm a blacksmith. I'm nothing without my tools. Bring me that key. Chop chop.
Alright, so we already got the key. We bought it off of Melintia. So we'll go and open it up and grab the, I think it's a bow that's in here. Is it a bow? Yeah, short bow. Okay, I don't think we can use it yet, but we have a bow.
Ah yes, very good. Now I can get to work. But first, let me set up. Come again later.
Alrighty, so we're not going to really need him quite yet. I do want to get a weapon I actually like and start upgrading it, but I don't have that weapon yet, so... not really the best. Can we use it? No, we don't. We don't have enough decks yet, so... We need, and the way I know that, if you look down here, I'm hoping you can actually see this. Oh. There we go. Alright, if you look down here, you can see 12, and it's red, so that means I don't have enough of that stat. So we've got strength, dex, intellect, and faith. There you go. And this is lightning and dark, by the way. Fire, magic damage, dex, scaling, and strict scaling. So that's what all those are. Alright, so let's go ahead and... I'll go ahead and equip it. Yeah. But I'll need it there later, so why not? So let's go ahead and go talk to the person in here as well. And there's an item up there that I can go get, which we'll do.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
So at this point in the game, he's extremely self-effacing. He's very shy. You know, he's kind of out of his depth, I guess you would say.
I came from the west, from Volgan. Have you been there? It's a lively place, vibrant with trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really. A group calling themselves the Blue Sentinels have gained much power in Volgan. You can't even run a shop without their blessing. They claim to be working for the greater good, but it's absolute hogwash. Oh, by the gods, why the hell am I here?
Okay, so that's all he has to say right now.
I do hope I see you again.
Remember how he acts now, because we'll talk to him later, and he changes a little bit. And remember the Blue Sentinels also, because we will be facing them as well. And actually, we're going to go talk to somebody probably in the next 1 or 2 episodes. He's the knight that's up there. And we'll have a chat with him and see what he has to say about the Sentinels. It's something that's a little different. Well, now let's use the key that we got from Kale and come in here and get a few things. Alright, so we've got a Ferrous Lockstone, which we'll be using here pretty soon. And there's a few more things in here that I would like to get. So let's go ahead and go upstairs first, and then we'll go down there. And we'll also get to see the map, which is... It doesn't look like much right now, but as we progress through the game, it's going to keep changing depending on what bosses we've beaten, which is pretty neat. Yeah, let's go down here, and here is the map. So like I said, right now it doesn't... Oh, we've got a lot of bloodstains over here, and you'll see why in a second. But it actually shows the contours of the land, which is kind of neat. But before you've beaten anything, it doesn't look like much. So here is our good friend, the skeleton. Now, why is he a good friend? Because of what he ends up dropping. Now, I'm not going to do much damage to him. I should have equipped the mace. That would do more damage to him. But I don't want to do that on the fly because he hits really hard and I'll end up dead. That roll a little off there. Recharge our stamina. Ow. Yeah, see, he hits really hard. Alright, so we can go and use an Estus flask because why not? We're right next to the bonfire. So those always drop effigies, which is really, really nice. So whenever, well, you only get to kill them once for every playthrough, but Soul Vessel. But which is also pretty cool. We get an Estus Flask Shard, so we can get another Estus Flask. But whenever you go into New Game, so if you do New Game Plus, New Game Plus Plus, so there's going to be, there's 1 in New Game, 2 in New Game Plus, 3 in New Game Plus Plus, and they keep going up from there. So there's just more and more and more of them. Which ends up being kind of interesting at times once you get fairly high in the New Game Pluses, but they do drop those whatchamacallits. My mind's gone completely blank at the moment. Effigies. There we go. So let's go ahead and talk.
Is that a shard you found? Here, let me see it. To see light, however faint.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get our extra Estus flask. And then let's see if we can get any levels. I'm not sure how much it costs. Okay, so 900, so that's not bad. Usually I like to go for 10 vigor right off the bat and then go into endurance. I think since we can go ahead and get 10, I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, it seems like a decent idea. Usually it's just a good amount of health to get you through most of the game. Really, you don't want to go above 20 unless you're doing a lot of PvP. 15 is a pretty good number for the later bosses, but yeah. I usually like to max out endurance as quickly as I can, so we'll be doing that pretty soon. But for now, let's go ahead and head back to our wonderful, horrible place. In the forest. Alright, so we're actually not going to go forward out there. We're going to go back this way so I can get a better weapon. Because this one is kind of crappy. And I don't want to face a boss. Oh! Nope, not good. You gonna come down here? Yep, there you are. Yeah, I totally forgot about him, and thankfully we can just do a back attack like that. But we could have been pretty bad. Oh, and I failed on my plunging attack. So, doing kind of crappy. Ah, nice. Both of them. Alright, so, unfortunately I have to use an Estus flask, but there's some friends down there that weren't there originally. I can't see them at the moment. Where are you? Yeah, we'll see them in a minute. Alright, so let's go ahead and run over here and get this item, which is another effigy, which is awesome, and kill this guy. Darn you. And darn you, post. And backstab. Those guys are so slow, it's kind of easy to get backstabs on them. But later on, you'll really be looking for the backstabs. Okay, so let's kill this guy and then get back up the tree. Because he is a friend that's a little... What the heck? Oh, he's over there. Okay. Well, That guy has several friends. And rolling backwards on this tree branch or tree trunk is a delicate business, to say the least. I'm kind of surprised I didn't roll off. But yeah, there's the friend over there that I was talking about. Not these guys. These guys are nothing. But there's one of those ironclad soldiers over there. I forgot what they're called. But yeah, and there's this one right here, which I kind of wish I had saved the playthrough that had the terrible sound on it, just because, I don't know, it's for some like short things, because I ran right into him and he fell over backwards on me and I got squished. I didn't die, thankfully, but it was kind of close. It was actually kind of amusing because I just ran in there not expecting anything to be there and got totally flattened. Yay for physics mechanics in this game. We have our kneeling soldiers there. They're dead. Alright, so he's dead. And we get our item, which is just a shield. And it's not even a very good shield. It's just... yeah, I'm having a rough time with this sword because I'm used to a longer weapon, and that thrust just doesn't reach quite as far as I think it should. Oh, I was afraid I was going to get flattened with that one. And how you get... yeah, see? Oh, come on. Swing. Oh, hey, I was rolling. Oh, not good. Well, I need to use my Estus Flask, but that presents an opportunity. I think I'm going to have to run up there from over here, though, to do that. I'm going to try to do a plunging attack on it. Oh, yeah, that was fail. That was even more fail. Wow, okay, that was really bad. Oh. I guess I should just stick to doing this. It's just not quite getting in the right place for me to do it. And it's such a weak weapon and such weak stats, he just takes so long to kill. Alright, you're dead. Alright, let's go ahead and kill this guy. Just because I don't want him to come up behind me at the worst time. Speaking of which, there are still guys that come down from there? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright, so this, the lizard. Come on. Shoot your fireballs again. Shoots 3 of them. I'm gonna run up here. Open the door. Thankfully it gives you a little bit of immunity if you do it at exactly the right time. If you don't do it at exactly the right time, the fireballs will hit you and the door will close. So there's a fire longsword. Let's go ahead. He's a little bit smarter this time? Yeah, he definitely is. Alright, and let's get out of here. Okay, so Fire Longsword is a whole lot better than this one. So you see the 78 goes down, or it goes down from 100 to 78. That's because you have it enchanted with fire, which gives you 78 in fire as well. So it ends up being 156, which is a whole lot better. as long as what you're fighting isn't resistant or immune to fire. Now, if it is, then, well, you're dealing with a really, really bad weapon. So that's why people don't tend to enchant things with anything but lightning, and that's because, well, lightning and dark, because mobs and people tend to be more immune to those status effects than, or not status effects, but elemental damage than other ones like fire. Alright, let's kill this guy. And then deal with... that guy actually didn't come back. Kind of surprised on that one. We'll leave that guy over there. Hopefully... Is he here? No? Alright, so we just got the archer and bomb thrower again, as well as that guy. I'm worried about the guy over there throwing at us, but he's not. Yeah. So that was my R2 attack. So you can see it's quite different than the R2 of the short sword. It's still side, so it's still a sweeping attack. Which is a little bit unfortunate because having two attacks that come from the side is not the best. Because when you're in narrow hallways, if you're fighting in a hallway that say was, if this was a longer area, it's really easy to bounce your sword off the wall. So, you just gotta really watch it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and rest up, and I think I'll go ahead and stop the video here. This is a pretty good stopping place. We've got the boss coming up. We actually have two bosses coming up. So yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. So, I hope you enjoy the video, and until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day.